Did you know that unlocking one of the most powerful, constantly in-demand professional credentials in the Sunshine State actually costs less than your daily cup of coffee? Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going step by step to completely demystify the process of becoming a Florida notary public. It's a credential that opens massive doors in real estate, law, and finance. And trust me, it's a lot more accessible than you might think. So, before we get into the weeds of the application itself, I really want you to think about this number right here, 15 cents. Maintaining this state-issued 4-year commission basically equates to less than 15 cents a day. Seriously, when you factor in the basic application fees and the supplies you need over the life of your term, the financial investment is incredibly small compared to the transformative potential it brings to your career. It's literally one of the most affordable professional appointments you can get. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. We're going to cover eligibility and education, bonding and insurance, the application process itself, submitting and receiving, and finally, maintaining your status. Let's kick things off with milestone number 1, eligibility and education. So who is actually allowed to apply? There are 3 absolute foundational requirements you've got to meet to even start this process. First up, you must be at least 18 years old. Second, you have to be a legal resident of Florida. And keep in mind, Florida law dictates that you have to maintain this legal residency continuously throughout your entire 4-year commission. Basically, if you move out of state, you lose your eligibility. Finally, you must be able to read, write, and understand English. Oh, and if you're a permanent resident alien, you can absolutely apply too, provided you have a recorded declaration of domicile. Now, this naturally brings up a very common eligibility scenario that frankly causes a ton of confusion. What if you have a felony conviction on your record? Well, under the Florida Constitution, a felony conviction is technically a primary disqualifying criterion, but contrary to popular belief, a past mistake is not automatically a permanent roadblock. If you do have a felony conviction, or even if adjudication of guilt was withheld for a felony offense, you can still apply. You just have to follow some specific actionable steps. Step 1, you'll write a detailed statement of your charges, laying out the circumstances and dates. Step 2, you have to provide certified copies of the journal entries of the sentencing order and the judgment from the court. And step 3, if you were convicted, you must submit a formal restoration of civil rights certificate, which is often just called an RCR. The governor's office reviews these on a case-by-case basis and does a thorough background check to make their decision. All right, assuming you meet all those eligibility criteria, your next step is education. Florida law actually mandates that all first-time applicants, or anyone whose commission has lapsed for more than 10 years, has to complete a state-approved 3-hour notary education course. It's a pretty straightforward, interactive, or classroom instruction that covers your legal duties, general procedures, and the rules around electronic notarization. You've got to knock this out within the 1-year window right before you submit your application. You'll get a certificate of completion at the end, and you will absolutely need that for the next steps. Moving right along to Section 2. Bonding and insurance. This is a massive area of confusion, so let's clear it up. Florida law strictly mandates that every single notary public secure a $7,500 surety bond for the entire duration of their 4-year term. But here is the absolutely critical distinction you need to understand. This state-mandated surety bond does not protect you. Right? It doesn't protect the notary. It's a tri-party agreement between you, the state of Florida, and a surety company, and it's designed strictly to protect the public from financial damages caused by your mistakes, negligence, or misconduct. So if someone is financially harmed by an error you make and they file a successful claim against that bond, the surety company pays them. But then that surety company is going to turn right around and seek full financial reimbursement directly from you. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how you actually protect yourself. To mitigate your own personal financial risk, smart notaries frequently pick up voluntary errors and omissions insurance, commonly known as E&O insurance. While that mandatory bond protects the public, E&O insurance protects you. It covers your legal defense fees and damages up to whatever your policy limit is. Honestly, it's an incredibly wise investment for your own peace of mind and personal financial security. Okay, on to Section 3, the application itself. Time to gather the paperwork. The Executive Office of the Governor maintains some pretty rigorous standards, so the state application form does require some specific vetting. For one, you're going to need an affidavit of character. This part of the application has to be completed and signed by someone who is not related to you and who has known you for at least a year. You also have to provide your Social Security number. And no, this isn't optional. It's strictly required by law to facilitate a mandatory criminal background check through the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, or the FDLE. Okay, so here is that real-world financial breakdown we hinted at earlier. You don't actually pay the state directly piece by piece. You'll typically just purchase a package through an approved bonding agency. The base cost looks something like this: a $39 state filing fee, around $25 for your education course, anywhere from $30 to $100 for your required surety bond, and maybe $20 to $40 for your official notary stamp. Depending on the choices you make, your total upfront cost is usually sitting comfortably between $100 and $200 for the entire 4 years. Pretty great, right? But wait, before you go trying to mail that application, pay very close attention to this massive red flag. The state of Florida requires a paper application with original wet ink signatures. All signatures on both the application and your bond forms must be completely physical. Digital signatures, photocopies, faxed copies, none of that is legally sufficient. If you submit a digital copy, it is literally guaranteed to get rejected by the state, which is just going to delay your commission. So print the whole thing out, grab a pen, and sign it for real. Which brings us to Section 4, submitting and receiving, getting this out the door. All right, here is your final submission checklist so you can mentally check this off. Step 1, complete the state application in full. Do not leave any blanks. Step 2, purchase your required bond through a state-approved bonding agency. Step 3, sign everything with wet ink. And Step 4, mail the physical paperwork along with your course completion certificate directly to your bonding agency processor. You actually don't mail this directly to the governor yourself. These state-approved processors electronically submit your application data to the state for review. Once the state approves you, they'll issue your commission, and then your bonding agency will manufacture and ship your custom notary stamp right to you. Now, while you're waiting for that approval, I want to share a really fascinating piece of information regarding your public records. Under Section 119.071 of the Florida statutes, notary applications are public records. That means anyone can look you up. But don't worry, your Social Security number is automatically hidden. What's even more interesting is that specific occupational groups, like active or former law enforcement, judges, prosecutors, and child and family services investigators, are legally eligible to have their residential addresses and telephone numbers completely exempted from the public database for safety reasons. And finally, Section 5, maintaining status. What happens when it's time to renew? So, as we mentioned, your commission is valid for exactly 4 years. But when that term is coming to a close, you don't just pay a quick little fee to automatically renew. So the crucial point is this: renewing your commission means you essentially have to complete the entire paperwork process all over again. You've got to fill out a full new application, secure a brand new $7,500 surety bond, and pay the state filing fees again. However, there is some great news. Renewing notaries do not have to retake that 3-hour education course. As we wrap up, please remember this important disclaimer. You should always verify current procedures, fees, and legal requirements with official Florida state resources or a professional legal advisor. Regulations and statutes can and do change over time. Being a notary is an incredible responsibility and just a fantastic professional asset to have in your back pocket. But it really begs the question, if unlocking this level of professional leverage costs less than 15 cents a day, what other hidden career accelerators are out there just waiting for you to discover them? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy notarizing.